Oh, hello everyone, and Exy. Welcome to my live stream. I think that's the fastest you have ever hopped in here. I didn't even get to my normal little greeting saying thing. Amazing. How are you? Happy Friday. Well, for you it's probably close or it's already Saturday, huh? Oh, wow. I'm so happy. Usually, the first few seconds I'm all by myself. And no, Exy is here to keep me company right from the first second. Yes. Yay, that's the best because it's Friday, so I'm really jazzed up for the weekend. It's my last sort of normal weekend before packing up for my cruise, and that's kind of nerve-wracking because I realized that I've never gone on such a long vacation before. Like, I've done a 10-day vacation or something, but yeah, this is like totally different. I just realized I want an eraser for this. Okay, so it's Friday. That means it's Chibi Friday. This is the Chibi Chappie that we started last Friday. And I think I'm going to change her body. Although, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of, I think I want to make it shorter. Even though I had it longer on purpose. But it kind of bothers me how the tail is coming out right here. So I was thinking maybe I could just move. Either I can like move this over here, or I could just move it down. And I think maybe moving it down I would like better. So I'm going to try that. And if I still don't like it, then I'll draw it again some other way. Oh, Exy says it's Saturday already. Well, happy Saturday, Exy! Do you have any cool plans for your weekend? Anything fun? I don't actually have anything in particular, I think, for me. I mean, except for more prep for my trip. I'm really excited because supposedly the rest of the stuff I ordered for it should be here today. Except for some stuff I ordered today. Obviously, that's not going to get here. But, like, I ordered some luggage locks. And since I'm going to be on a cruise ship most of the time, I got a lot of flat shoes so that there's no heel on them, so that, in case the ship is like rocking a lot, I won't fall down and twist my ankle and have to spend my whole vacation bedridden or something. So yeah, that's mostly what I'm working on. So I'm just gonna shorten, actually, and I think I'll push it out this way a little bit too. I've got this. It's so nice. I want to remember to do this from now on. When I'm working from a single reference image like this, just have it up on the screen, because then I can also just compare right on the screen. It's really nice. So the belly, I was having it go a little bit up this way. I can even see that my hand is matching. Have it go out, and I think that's something else that was bothering me about it. So actually the first little line I drew was not going that way. There we go. It's so quiet in here all of a sudden. I know it doesn't seem like it on the stream, but I was just listening to the Okami soundtrack, and now it's gone because, I don't want any copyright violations or anything to worry about, so I don't play music. Plus, maybe other people wouldn't like the same music as me, but I've been listening to that like all day because it's one of my favorite soundtracks, and I found out that it's on Spotify, so I was like, heck yes. But now it's like, oh, where's the music? Plus, it was a really good track. It was one of my favorite places in the game. Just has this beautiful, I don't know, it's like magical or something sound to it. But it's all gone now. It's all quiet. Just me. Just me and my voice and the sound of my pencil and my eraser. Oh, Exy doesn't have any plans yet. Well, that's okay. It's also nice to not have anything and just do whatever. just do whatever comes up or do nothing and just enjoy having just a relaxing time. That's actually something I wrote in my planner. It had a section for 100 wishes for the year, 100 things I'd like to happen. And when I was thinking of them, I was like, have one completely unscheduled day. So I don't have that. Even on the weekend, there's always something that I want to do. And so yeah, we'll see if that happens. It's actually kind of a daunting prospect to have a day with no nothing. Like, not a day where I do nothing, but a day where everything is just a surprise. Like, what am I going to do today? Who knows? Okay, I'm trying to get Chappie's foot. It's a little difficult, but I think once I add that little pad, the paw pad in the middle, I think that'll help a lot. Because I think what's happening on her back foot is that the paw pad is here, and then the toes, the pads on the toes are not really that visible because it's curving this way. Ooh, speak of the devil. Come on, Chappie. Come in. Come on, girl. Come on. Chappie's outside the door. Chappie, come in. Come in, Chappie. Come on. Come on, I'm not going to stand here forever. Come here. Come here, girl. Okay, I'm closing the door. She came downstairs, and usually that means she wants in, but guess not. She went away. Ah, yeah, good idea. Exie says it's been a busy and excited couple of days, so I'll just chill. Yeah, that'll be nice then. What kind of stuff, I mean, not to get too into your business, but what kind of stuff do you like to do? Like for me, chill would be just pick a video game and just play it for like all day, and don't even worry about like when I'm gonna eat or anything. I just eat once I get hungry, and just 8 hours, an 8-hour session of such and such game. Also, don't even get out of my nighties, just being in my pajamas. Yeah, that's what it is for me. Yeah, I'm hoping that there'll be a day kind of like that, a little bit of time on this vacation where I can just not worry about filling. I don't want to feel pressured to fill every second. I mean, I do want to take advantage of all these things that I wouldn't otherwise get to experience, but I want some relaxation time too. I feel like this is better. Yeah, I guess that's right. Both of her back feet are turning inwards. It just looks a little odd on the page, but that's what I'm seeing, so I'll just draw it that way. It doesn't have to be perfect anyway. This is just art for me, so yeah, I'll just leave it like that. And I like this better too, because maybe I'll make her tail a little bit thinner, but the way I had drawn her body before, her ear ended up covering up her foot, and I didn't like that. I wanted both of her feet to be visible. There, I think that's good. Now we just need her eyes. She's got no eyes. She's got creepy eye sockets. Oh, thank you. I wish you a great vacation, by the way. Hope you enjoy every moment of it and collect precious memories. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. I hope it's good. It's a little bit... Like, I've never gone on a cruise at all. And that's a big part of this vacation. And then, it's still pandemic stuff, so... Like, I made sure to put on my list the masks, and we got those really good, like, K995 or whatever it is, like those best ones. And then we got it in a multicolor pack and black so that we could match it with our outfits. We have matching masks and stuff. And I've never been on a ship before. I don't usually get motion sickness, so I don't have a problem with airplanes or buses or anything. But who knows about a ship, because that's just constant. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know that. Maybe it's constant rocking. Maybe it's not. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of new experiences. And of course, we're going to lots of places. I've been to Japan once. And Hokkaido, the northernmost island. And I loved that. And I've wanted to go back ever since. But this cruise is going all the way around, so we're going to go to lots of places that I haven't been to before. She looks kind of silly right now, but it's going to be good once we get the color on here. Her pupils. I want to leave room to color her eyes, because her eyes are actually a pretty light colored brown. They're brown, but it's not the kind of brown where you have to look really close and then you can tell it's brown, like it looks black otherwise. No, it's like a really nice bright brown. You've never been on a ship? Yeah, I've never been on a ship. I've been on like little boats, not very much. I remember I went on a little boat when I was a kid and I was fine on that. And I think I've been like on a little, I can't remember, but just like a little small ship that like takes you like across a river or something like that. But yeah, never like a big ship. And I remember learning about it in my oceanography class, that the water in the ocean affects larger vessels different than smaller vessels. But I can't remember what the difference was. I just have this like idea that it might be an unexpected thing. Actually, have you been on a ship? Oh, Satoita here is too. Yay! I said my words backwards. Satoita is here too. Oh, okay. Driving to the studio now. So, AFK. Roger that. It's cool. Me and Satoita are like working on art stuff at the same time recently. Yay! Art vibes. Art vibes. Exy, I can't remember. Did I ask you or did I just think it? Have you been on a ship? And if you have, do you have any tips for me? Stuff to look out for, or just like pro tips how to be on a ship. Okay, we're getting there with this Chappie. Okay, let me see. I've got her eyes a little off. This one needs to come down a little bit, and then this one, that's all right. Okay. The corner of her eye needed to come down on this side. Okay, that's good. Now, so I'm going to click on my reference image and zoom in to see the inside of her ears. How are they working? Okay. So first I'll just sketch the basic shape. There's like a loop coming in there and on this side too. But it's very fuzzy, so these are just lines to begin with, and then I'll make it look fuzzy. And then there's like a big loop like this. And then, yeah, it's kind of just fuzzy again. Okay. And it's similar over here too. The ears are a slightly different angle. Okay, like that. And then there. Okay, now for the fuzzy part. I'm trying to look at the reference and follow the direction of the fur as it's showing in the image. There. There. That's good. Should I put, I'm going to put a little line right here on her forehead. Now I'll zoom back out. Ah, I never thought about the difference between boat and ship. I'm trying to figure out if I've been on a ship or a boat. Now I have more knowledge about ships more than ever. Yeah, well, I think that it's like the words are technically interchangeable, but when I think ship, I think like a giant vessel, like massive, and then boat is smaller. Like a boat could be like a teeny little two-person thing. But I think technically, because I think ship, I can't say. Because there's also shipping, which means like to transport, usually goods, but to transport stuff. And I don't know which came first, the idea of shipping, transporting stuff, or ship as in the thing. But it's probably ship as in the thing because there wasn't airplanes and stuff a long time ago. Or like semi-trucks or whatever. I'm looking one more time. I think I just want to bring her cheeks kind of into alignment. They feel a little unbalanced or something. Okay, that'll be good enough. I guess the only other thing is her nosy. Nosy. Okay, I gotta go back. Zoom back in. I've got this basic thing. It's hard to see. It was like curls around like that. So we'll do the same thing on this side. There. And then it comes forward and then sort of goes back to a point like that. Okay. And then it actually comes up a little bit right in the middle. And that's good. Yay! I think that we can ink now. So I shall put this, I'll just put my pencil away. And here's my rack of pens. Oh, you can't see them. Let me put them on the other side. There. So everybody can see what I'm working with. Oh, Exie says, I've been on ferries. Ah, they're classified as ships. Yes. Yeah, let's say if you can run on it, it's a ship. Yeah. I've never been on a cruise, though. Never been on a ship that big. It's funny that you say if you can run on it, it's a ship, because when I found out that the ship we're going to be on has a running track on it, I was so excited, and I'm still excited because I'm going to track on my Garmin a run, so GPS tracking, and then the ship will be moving, right? And I'll be running around on this track. So hopefully it will be like, the map will be like this squiggly thing in the middle of the ocean. I think it would be funny. I don't know if it'll work that fast. Or work that well. I don't know how fast the ship moves, but I'm hoping I can get like a corkscrew map. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. If you can run on it, it's a ship. Have never been on a cruise. would you want to go on a cruise? Like, is there some dream destination that you'd want to cruise around, or like, you know, like a lot of people want to like cruise in the Caribbean, or there's a lot of you're a lot closer. There's a lot of interest, or at least that's what I've always seen, interest in like cruising through Europe, just like a river cruise through Europe or whatever. That's funny. I really want to be on those huge cargo freighters. If I ever travel to Americas, I want to go there inside of a freighter. Well, I think you probably could, but I don't know if it would be legal. Unless you're working. But you mean you want to be inside the cargo container, or you want to just be like on the ship with those huge, massive, because I know what you're talking about. They have those like big and they look like Legos or whatever. And it's all these blocks like Tetris or something of all these cargo containers. I'm giving a little fuzziness to all of her fur where it's like on the ears you can see a little bit of fuzziness, but like on her back it's all smooth looking. So as I'm inking, I'm just wiggling the pen a bit to make it look fuzzy. And it also helps if I pull away from the line, and that's why I turn it upside down a lot. Wherever I want the thickest part to be, I turn it the opposite way from that. Okay, eyes. It's interesting how you can kind of fudge the fur and stuff, but the eyes really need to be spot on to make the piece shine. I think it's because everybody looks at the eyes first. We humans like to look at our eyes. I'm using the size 03 to start with. I felt like that would be a nice size for most of the lines, and then I will add to that later after I get these basic ones done. Okay. Oh, Exy says, yeah, I saw so many cruises around here, especially in Istanbul. But I feel like being on a cruise would be like being in a hotel. Oh, I don't like hotels. I'm too introvert to enjoy it. Ah, and I've heard too, so the cruise we picked actually has pretty big rooms, but I've heard that cruise rooms are just notoriously small. So like way smaller than, or at least compared to American hotels. I've never been to a hotel. I've been to hotels in Japan and America. And the ones we went to in Japan were pretty similar to America, so. But I would never assume that that's the case everywhere, because there's all kinds of different places in the world and things could be totally different. Oh, okay. That's cool. As far as I know, you can travel on cargo freighters if you have a visa and documentation for your travel. Neat. So America is where you'd want to come to? It's a big place. I have not even been, like there's 50 states in America, and I've only been to, like, at most, I think I have been to like a third of them. There's so much. It's so big. I finally, like, New York is so famous, and I feel like maybe anyone from outside of America would feel like everybody's been to New York because it's such a big thing. But I only finally went to New York last year. I've been to LA when I was a kid though, because I lived in California for several years when I was a kid. So that other big one, LA. And then Seattle. I think Seattle's a pretty big one. I love Seattle. It's my favorite place in America. Okay, I'm going to switch to a smaller pen for her nails right here because I want them to look more delicate. So I'm going to the 01 for the nails. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait. May as well do all the feet. There we go. And then, I'll just leave that one. Okay. There. I'll put this one back. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'd love to see that running record. Please share it when it shows roller coaster style lines. Yes. I shall share it. I shall share it. I don't know if anybody else has ever tried that, but I feel like it's a unique opportunity that I cannot pass up. So I like running, and then I would want to use everything on the ship because we paid for it, so it's like also making the most of our cruise, I feel like. There. Okay. Yeah, this is not, let's see, so we've got about half an hour left. Of course, I want to refine these lines before I call the inking done, but at this rate, I might be able to start a little bit of coloring. Alright, I need to look. Oh, right, her tail is all blurry, so I can't really tell. I'm going to just use my artistic license and give her tail a little bit of fluffiness, because I know what it's like in real life, and it's definitely not perfectly smooth. Well, Exie wants to stay in Europe. My dream is the UK. Oh, like stay forever or just like stay as a vacation? Either way, I would love to visit and or live in UK or Ireland. Either one. Oh, and Satoita says, made it to the studio. I was reminded, the last Rick Steves episode I watched about taking a European cruise. He has a lot of tips if you can find that episode. Oh, yeah, I used to watch that. We used to watch that guy's travel show all the time on public television. Oh, thank you, Exie. It's already looking great. I love the ears. Yay! And then when we add the coloring, it's gonna just... I think it's gonna really look like Chappie. Ah, Satoe says, like one was to be wary of pushy salespeople at the ports. Good idea. Yes. I like to think that I wouldn't be easily taken by somebody's trying to push me to buy something, but it's probably good to be prepared. Just psychologically prepared. Just in case. Oh, is our star ready to come in? Let me see. Come on, Chappie, you want to come in this time? Come in. Good girl. Chappie finally actually came in this time. Heard her little tip-tap on the ground. Coming down the stairs, and then she actually came in the room when I opened the door for her. Forever. Wait, what are these? Wings? Oh, No, stay there forever. I forgot what I asked. And then I remembered. Yeah, that would be cool. Where you'd have a dream place there, or in like a specific part of the islands, like Wales or something like that, or is it like anything would be good? Or did you say? I don't see that. I was just checking to see if you already said and I didn't notice. Like London or Edinburgh or whatever. I would really like to go visit at least. Someday, I would like to go visit the UK and Ireland. Yay, I think I'm done with the basic inking. So then I'll erase and add some more inking on top. Look, this goes over this one. Just refine the inking. Let's see, I guess this is my biggest eraser that I have to hand, so I'll just use this one. Wait, I've got this. I had to reach behind me, but I had this. Oh. No, that's okay. I see it. Yeah, they were wings, but because my name is too long, it got messed up. Let me try again. Yeah, I get it. It looks beautiful. The golden. Beautiful, sparkling golden wings. Oh, and Satuita says, I want to go on a Scandinavian cruise. Yeah, that would be nice. Like, you want to visit, like, all those, I can't remember which one's bigger, like, Scandinavian or Nordic. Anyway, you want to visit them all, or you mostly just, I know you like Sweden a lot. You mostly just want to go to Sweden, or you want to just, like, visit everywhere that you could. Yeah, I bet that would be fun. Well, probably cruising anywhere would be fun. I think visiting new places is fun. Well, as long as they're, you know, relatively safe. You know, the world has always got something going on. But yeah. That's another place I wouldn't mind checking out. Especially, I watched this documentary about chopping wood. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Sweden or Finland or something. It was just like a documentary about chopping wood and the cozy having a fire in your fireplace thing. And I'm like, this documentary is for me. I love having a fireplace. Like, one of my requirements when I picked my house, when I moved into this house, was it has to have a wood-burning fireplace. And not like a stove, but like, I want to be able to see the fire and put the logs on, and it's like just so cozy and nice. I love cozy stuff. Ah, the Arctic Circle would be where I want to focus. Yeah, that'd be fun, and that would be different too, because you'd have to pack a lot different stuff than a lot of cruise, okay, what am I trying to say? I feel like a lot of the time, when one says going on a cruise, the idea is like, oh, Hawaii or something. I don't know if you'd cruise to Hawaii, but you know, like it's more toward the equator where you just wear really light, flowy clothing all the time and a sun hat and a bathing suit and whatever. Arctic Circle is like it's totally opposite. You gotta like really dress warm. Maybe they have a cruise ship that has a fireplace on it and you like gather around and then just like sipping the hot chocolate or tea or whatever. Yeah, it would be so good. Cozy. I love cozy. Okay, I'm done with my first round of erasing. Now, oh, I realize I'm getting sort of under the reference picture. Okay, move over here. I gotta remember to stay over here when I've got that. I'll put this here to show the stuff that I've been using. Boop. Ooh, dreamy. Satuita says, have the aurora overhead. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I love our travel talk. I think this is This is a nice line of thought. The cruise line I'm going with actually hasn't, so this is on my bucket list. Who knows when I would be able to afford it, but they have a cruise around the world cruise. And I think it's like takes a year or something, and I think they have a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere that takes half a year or something. And I'm like, oh yes, that would be awesome. Just cruise to, I think they visit like 60 countries or something, and that would be so. I'd need like a year to prepare though. It's taken me like, I've been preparing a little bit every day for this cruise, which is only 2 weeks. So the cruise itself is only 2 weeks, and then we're staying a few more, like about, so we've got 2 days of travel, and then 2 weeks of the cruise, and then the days in between that, we're just staying in Osaka. And I've been preparing a little bit almost every day for like 3 weeks now, and I'm still not done. So thinking about preparing for a cruise that lasts a year is kind of... But that's why it's bucket list and not like short-term planning or whatever. Okay, let me swipe these little eraser bits into the trash. Let's see. Oh, no, that's more. I couldn't tell if that was eraser stuff or if that was ink. But I touched it and it moved, so that was definitely eraser. Ah, yeah, I see. I didn't erase inside this ear that well. There we go. Anywhere else? Oh, I'm like way off. For like having it on the screen. I'm just looking for any last little bits that could use a bit more work. I think that's good. Swipe these off and look one more time. Oh, Satuita says, another tip I remember was if you eat food outside of the cruise itinerary, look for local food you can walk with that has set prices. Some vendors try to get as much as possible from tourists. I don't know how that will be in Japan, but I don't know. It's true. That is a good idea. Japan, I feel like, is pretty good with set stuff. Like, there's a word. I think it's teishoku is like the set meal of the day, and that's like, or of the, you know, like the period, like lunch. And like that's all you can get, is you can get that. Or maybe you can get some a la carte stuff. We'll see though. That does sound like, so it basically seems like just be careful of situations where it would be easy to price gouge. I'm looking closely at this. I think the only places where I still see graphite, it's just stuck there because I worked it a little too much. But I think it'll be okay because Chappie is all, like, almost all black fur. And then even when she's not black fur, it's a dark enough brown that I think it will hide the graphite, so it'll be okay. And just swipe away any last little teeny tiny crumbs. Alright, I gotta remember to keep it over here when I've got that overlay. Oh, okay, good night, Exie! It's Exie's bedtime. Have a great weekend! Yes, thank you for your well wishes for my vacation. Satoita says, he said the tastiest food for the best price and to get the local flavor is street food. Well, Japan has tons of that too. Oh, it's my favorite Wingo. Bye, Exie! I love these little Wingos. I never seen it before, and then Exie introduced me to this Wingo. Someday I'd like to get, like, make some little animated icons. I have on my to-do list to make little subscriber badges. Special subscriber badges just for, you know, so that to be special for subscribing to my channel. But I've been so busy, I haven't been able to work on those at all. This is just sitting on my to-do list. I'll get around to it eventually. Okay, so now I'm going to refine lines. I think I will do my favorite thing first, which is use my 08 and just do one big outline around the whole thing like a sticker. I always love the look it gives, just makes it seem complete or something. If there's not going to be a background. Which with a little chibi caricature, it's usually not. Focusing really hard on these nails. I didn't want to go too far in. I think I got them good. Yay. Okay, and I'll flip it upside down for this part. Am I on the screen good? Okay. Oh, Satoiza says, today I need to color the sky. I have a jar of stuff. I don't know what it is. Lol, I think it's thinner. Well, you should definitely test it on not your main piece first. See what it is. A random jar of stuff. Oh, I forgot that this is her foot, so... But that's okay. So, I assume that you've been posting on Instagram about this project, but since I don't check Instagram, what is it exactly that you're working on? It sounds like it's like for a thing, right? Like for some greater project, like a group project or something. Like a group show or like a... It sounded like it was like a charity event or something. That's the one thing I've noticed about being so on top of my work and like living the dream as a full-time creator, I guess, is that I don't actually have time to like look at other people's stuff. I have time to do my stuff and then that's it. Yay, that's good. Okay, I've got that big outline. Now I'm going to just go one size down from 08 to 05. Ah, it's a wood panel about 4 by 2.5 feet for an event. The boards will be auctioned to charity. Oh, for charity. Yes. Okay, I see. That seems like a good project. I'm going to give Chappie's head on this side a little thicker line too. Because it's such a big head that I want it to stand out against the body. Our tail to make it look more like it's on top of this back foot. Yup, yup. just looking at this and taking a look at this to see if it looks balanced as far as the inking goes. Pretty happy with it. Maybe a little heavier right here to match the other side. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I have cerulean blue and ultramarine blue. Does it have to be just one, or you can mix them? Or is it too close? I can't actually picture the difference, but I know that ultramarine blue was originally a very expensive color because it was made out of a gem, and it's called ultramarine because it came from across the sea. So ultra means above or beyond, and marine obviously means the sea. And I learned that in art history class, and I'll always remember it. So it was always reserved for the most important subjects. So a lot of the time that would be religious figures. So like you would see Mary from Christianity with blue robes on and stuff. And that's because it's not necessarily because it was believed that she wore blue, but that was like elevated her depiction by using the most expensive color. So I think that kind of thing is really interesting. I love art history. I love learning about the thought process of, because back then it wasn't even art. It wasn't considered art like what we think of today. It was actually like a tool, like a teaching tool, or something like that, depending on whatever. Yeah, like, okay, I'm not going to do an art history lesson right now, but I love thinking about different things, and then they come to mean something else today, and it can even be forgotten. Like when I took my Asian art history class, there are these like thousands of year old what were they? They're like bronze pots and stuff, and people aren't sure what they're made for because they're these giant, like huge, massive cauldrons, and not sure what they're for. People think maybe they were for ritual sacrifices or for, I don't know, for fire, like holding fires or something. But it's so long ago that there's no direct evidence, or I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's so interesting. I love that kind of stuff, and then it also reflects our thoughts today when you see the guesses of historians today, like what it's for. So history doesn't just describe the past, it reflects the present, or at least the present of whoever is writing that history. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we've got about 10 minutes. So I think I will be able to get this inking done. I actually think it's pretty much done. Maybe I will just... I want to give her a little bit thicker lines on the eyes, at least on the top. This is making her look kind of droopy-eyed. It'll be different once I add shinies to her eyes, but it makes her look sleepy. Oh, Satoe says, I have a ton of ultramarine. I also noted other painters using pale yellows as they get to the horizon. Well, it makes sense. Because, like, if the sun is coming up or going down, I guess coming up would be good because that's the sign. If it's the one we were talking about earlier today, then that would be a sign of a new day beginning. The puppy looking cute. Thank you. Here's a little close-up. I'm not sure. I might call it good now. It doesn't want to focus though. Come on. Thank you. I might call it good here today because next step is markers, and I don't want to get a bunch of markers out when I only have less than 10 minutes left in my streaming window. Here's how she's coming along. I guess maybe, okay, I will do one more little thing. So I'm looking at the reference image, and there's like a black outline around her iris, all the way around. So I'm actually going to bring this all the way down. I only had it coming partially. Get it all the way around. And I guess I'll make it thicker all the way around because it looks kind of weird, those really thin lines. There we go. She looks even more droopy-eyed. Ooh, my stomach just gave a big rumble. Getting hungry. Knows that it's getting close to dinner time. And well, I guess I will do a little hatching here in the corner of her eye, because actually when I look at that, that's also pretty much, so I'll just do hatching so that it's not just boring all black, but it's pretty black, so I'll just go like that. It just leaves a little bit. Oh, and then actually I can pull this one out because the eyes ended up a little bit uneven, but then I can just pull this one out and even it up. There we go. That's so surprising. Because I was putting this shadow, but I ended up doing it so flat across that it looks like she's kind of tired. But once I put the highlights in her eyes up here on this part that's all black, then it won't look like that anymore because it'll show that her eyes are open and then there's light shining on their pupils up there. So see. Oh good, it focused on its own this time. Okay. So yeah. I'll call that good for today. And I think that that's good for the inking on here because I'll do everything else with color with the markers. So there's the Chibi Chappie. So we did get the inking done. Hooray! So says, like after she gets anesthesia at the vet. Yeah. Little droopy, sleepy, druggy dog. No. We're going to wake her up. If not next week, then, well, if it's not next week, then she's going to have to wait until after the cruise, so. But we'll see. It'll be nice if I could get the coloring all done next week and feel like everything is done and I'm ready to go on vacation. Okay. That's it for this live stream and also it for this week of live streaming. Next week is my last week before my vacation, and it'll be here for all three, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's Inktober 52, a Lucky Dip, and then part 3 of this Chappie Chibi. So hopefully see you then. And today was awesome. So thank you, Exie, even though Exie is gone. But thank you, Exie, and thank you, Satohito, for joining me. Hope to see you next week. Thank you for watching.